I think there's 20 things in particular that COVID-19 has taught us that should be noted, that we should be thankful for. First and foremost, always follow the science. Of course, unless the science conflicts with Orange Man bad, then don't. Just go with Orange Man bad instead. Screw science. Science is in your way. Number 2, we learned that the virus only spreads at gatherings that affirm certain political narratives. It's a very, very smart, highly evolved virus. Third thing we learned, turns out we were dumb to not be wearing masks for centuries every flu season, apparently. Like all of our lives in schools. Should have just been wearing masks every winter. Who knew? Oh, next thing we learned, we can now cancel all vaccine initiatives because our CDC director tells us that the masks are superior. And if you saw the news from Johnson & Johnson yesterday, people getting sick taking their vaccine in the latest human trials.
It's fine.
Yes, this is good news. We don't need Operation, what is it, warp drive, warp speed? What is it? I don't remember. Okay.
That we're doing capacitor.
Yeah. Thank you. We're giving billions of dollars to companies that haven't brought a single product to market yet. Whatever. I don't know what it's called. It's warped something.
I'm giving it all she's got, Captain.
That's right. The lithium crystals. I don't know what we're doing. All right. Maybe that's why they got sick. We injected them with those.
Operation Lightspeed skipping.
Yes. But the good news is we don't need the vaccines because the masks are superior to the vaccines, except for the 85% of times we learned yesterday they were not, except for those times. Number 5, we learned from COVID-19 that antibodies equal immunity if it's for a vaccine, but antibodies equal contagious if the patient's name is Donald Trump. We learned that this year. Number 6, if lockdowns don't work the first time, and there's a Wall Street Journal column today from an analytics firm that says, at best, all lockdowns did was not work, but actually their data shows a negative direct correlation that the more you locked down, the more you actually got the virus. But hey, if the lockdowns don't work the first time, just try it 3 more times. Just keep on trying. This next time. The 7th time is the charm. Yes, that's the old saying, right? The 7th time's the charm.
I believe the math is alchemy plus necromancy equals lockdowns.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, they're so bad that now even the World Health Organization is like, you're so dumb for real. Now you know it's bad. All right. Number 7, the 7th thing we learned from COVID-19 this year, that that cases spiking during mask mandates. As you can see, this kept happening to the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Cases kept spiking after they initiated a mask mandate in the beginning of July. Well, folks, that can only mean, therefore, that you should keep doing mask mandates. You weren't wearing the mask long enough. Weren't wearing them long enough. Failure only means, when it comes to COVID-19, failure only means you keep doing what was failing harder. The next thing that we learned from COVID-19 is that masks work even better, as demonstrated here by future President Joe Biden. Masks work even better if you remove them to cough, touch them a lot. This improves their efficacy, again, as demonstrated here by President in waiting, Joe Biden. Number 9, I think we also learned that the best science rejects established laws, precedents of immunology, virology, and biology, and just starts all over again like it's the 7th century BC. That's what the best science does.
So that's what trust the experts means.
That's what it means. Yes.
Got it.
Trust the Phoenicians. That's what it means. That's what trust the experts means. Trust the Sumerians. That's what it means. Number 10. I think we also learned this year. I mean, who needs WebMD or an actual doctor? For Twitter mentions is where true epidemiology is practiced in this world. Number 11, every time Fauci was wrong or changed his mind, which was every time, it was clearly Donald Trump's fault, obviously. In fact, I shouldn't. I apologize for having to even restate this one. It's a self-evident truth. The 12th thing that COVID-19 taught us this year, that Debbie Birx has a future peddling Bedazzler, the face shield edition. Remember when she went on Fox News with her face shield and said, and you can decorate them? She didn't drop Bedazzler because, of course, she's conscientious of copyright infringement. But we all knew, those of us who know and are disciples of the glorious Bedazzler, it was a dog whistle. We knew what she meant. Number 13 of the 20 things that COVID-19 taught us this year. Doctors at places like Harvard and Yale are stupid morons whenever they say anything positive about hydroxychloroquine. Because again, as we established earlier, that Twitter mentions is where true epidemiology is done these days. Number 14, if not for skilled governors like Andrew Cuomo, even more nursing home patients would have died. Even more. Number 15, we found out this year, courtesy of COVID, that vitamin C and D serve literally no purpose, none. As Robin Williams once said, paraphrasing and impersonating Richard Nixon in the great film Good Morning Vietnam, they're soft, shallow, and serve no purpose, right? That basically vitamin C and D are Richard Nixon's balls. They have no purpose on this earth. None. Number 16. Herd immunity is only for kooks. And of course, we must stay inside until there's a vaccine that can bring us to herd immunity. Number 17. COVID-19 was gracious enough to teach us this year that theoretical studies are actually superior, better than real-time data. We always suspected. Number 19. The best way to cure heart attacks. You know, Anthony Fauci was just talking about he can't understand why there's a 20% increase in excess deaths, and it can only be that we underreported coronavirus deaths. It couldn't have anything to do with the fact that we just told people for 5 months not to get anything with like heart disease or strokes or like anything treated. Couldn't have anything to do with that at all, right? Of course not. Because it turns out that the best way to cure heart attacks and other ailments is to keep people away from healthcare. This stuff just disappeared. We could have just named it and claimed it. You can't go, so don't have it. Why didn't we think of that? And the final thing that we learned...
You're not going to cheat us. You skipped 18.
Did I skip 18?
I need all of them.
Oh, my bad. Thank you, Todd.
All of them.
Thank you. Yes. Number 18. My bad. I was so anxious to get to number 19, I skipped 18. But we've already learned that open borders cures pretty much all societal ills from both political parties. But in 2020, COVID-19 told us that the best way to prevent the spread of a dangerous contagion is to open your borders. Open borders stops the spread of a pandemic. Huh? And now, the final thing we learned from COVID-19 in 2020. If indeed the data doesn't reinforce your narrative, it's okay. Just keep waiting 2 more weeks. And 2 more weeks after that. And 2 more weeks after that. And 2 more weeks after that. All the way to say, I don't know. Let me just throw a dartboard at a date. Say November 4th.